What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Manchester United career mode here on FC24. We are now going to be getting into episode number 9 or episode number 10, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. But as you can see, things aren't going too well for us in the Premier League. 11 wins, 3 draws, 10 losses. A goal difference of 0, so 40 goals scored, 40 goals allowed. We're not, in a good spot, but we're not in a terrible spot either. There is some ground still to make up on Chelsea in 6th place, but as you can see, 5th place Arsenal are 11 points ahead of us, and then 13 to Aston Villa. Champions League next year is already looking unlikely, and it would take a miracle for us to win the Champions League this year. But as you can see, and if you guys saw it in the last episode, please be sure to go check that out if you haven't already. We were able to get a draw in our first leg against Real Madrid in the round of 16, so we've got a chance to move forward. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we've got a chance. We're going to be going to Real Madrid to win this next game, potentially, but I don't know if it's going to be in this episode because we've got a few games to go over. So we got Luton Town away, Fulham at home, Aston Villa in the cup, and then Man City away as well. And I think we're going to stop at that game after the Man City game for this episode. And the Real Madrid fixture will be in the next one. And so I think I'm going to go from here on out, maybe 3-4 games an episode. We're going to play all or most of them. We might simulate one an episode, but I'm going to try to make the episodes a little bit shorter for me recording wise, and they might still have the same amount of length for you guys in terms of 20-25 minutes, somewhere in there. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. As far as the squad is concerned, you guys already know that Bruno Fernandes has been by far our best player. Rashford's been really good. Højlund's been really good as well. Besides that, I mean, there's been some decent showings from different players here and there, but nobody doing anything too crazy. Really, those 3 players are kind of carrying us at the moment, which isn't too much of a shock. Højlund honestly is kind of a shock with how many assists he's getting, but I think that's more just the way I play. I like to pass to my cams a lot, and they once they're coming into the box, I can get it to them, and they have an open shot on goal, and that's what I like to do a lot. But we get an offer in here for Harry Maguire, which is an interesting one. If this was 10 years ago, Otamendi was pretty good, but not exactly anymore. It doesn't really make sense for us, so we're going to happily reject that one for now. To start off this episode, though, we are going to have this game against Luton Town, and we are going to be simulating this game just because they are, quite low in the table. Not having the greatest of seasons, Luton Town, much like they did in real life. Unfortunately, they did get relegated, of course, as you guys saw. I wish they would have stayed up. We do have some tired legs here, so we are going to switch out some players. We're going to have to start Manu in this game, and then we're going to have to start, not even Wan-Bissaka. We'll start Malacia. I don't really have a problem with that, but he is left-footed, so we could run into an issue there. And then, yeah, I think we'll stick with that. I'd like to get to Debo some more game time still, but unfortunately, we did just bring in Delit in the last episode, so he's definitely going to be starting over to Debo moving forward. And then Mason Mount has got to go onto the bench because we got to find a way to get Ederson into this team as well. He had a good performance for us in the last episode, but let's go ahead and get into this game. Let's get a quick sim going. We are going to just simulate this game, like I said, and we are going to lose 3-1. I just don't know. This team is so weird because we've got such good players, and we, for some reason, cannot perform well in the Premier League. Even though we're in, round of 16 in the Champions League, we're doing well in the FA Cup. We can't do it. I don't know what it is. This next game against Fulham, though, can be crucial for us because they are sitting up in 7th place ahead of us. So we can get a win here, and it could, bump us up into a very favorable position for us moving forward and get us right behind Chelsea. We at least need to finish top 6 so we can have Europa, Conference League, or anything next season, any European football next season. So let's go ahead and get into this game. Fulham's lineup is going to be as follows. Last time we played them, Molero was actually one of the best players on their team. And yeah, I mean, they got a decent team, but a team that we should be beating. I mean, you look at this squad and you think this team is good enough to win a lot of games in the Premier League. And as of right now, we're just not doing that. So need to find a way to win. We're going to try to do that here today. Ederson gets the start in midfield. Let's try to get a dub. Andreas Pereira pushing forward. Martinez gets the interception in initially, but then gets dispossessed immediately. Estepinian going in for a tackle. We just need to clear that one away. Højlund knocks it down well. We'll try to get Rashford on a run out here, and we do so well. And Højlund is cutting through the middle of the field. Heavy touch. Keeper doesn't come out for it, though. And we will finish that run of play off with a Manchester United goal. 13 minutes gone. Marcus Rashford linking up with Rasmus Højlund for the first goal of the game. Dalot now with it. We do have Sancho over the top. We're going to try to look for a first-time pass into Bruno, but we weren't able to find him. Good defense there by Fulham. They haven't really been able to push forward too well so far this game, but as soon as I say that, they are on the counter-attack of dreams. Molero pushing forward here. Kind of keep my defender in a neutral position. Delit is too good. We are in a position to counterattack ourselves. Bruno will wait for this run from Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho will look to cross it in, but will not. We'll cut it back to Dallo. Back to Sancho. Look to cross it this time, and it's too far behind any of our players. Mikel Antonio now with the ball down this right wing. Back into Pereira. Pereira, good touch, good finish. 35 minutes gone. We give up a goal to no one's surprise. I mean, we're just not that good defensively, no matter who we bring in, apparently. But yeah, too easy of a pass, too easy of a shot as well. No one really guarding him. And it's level at 1. Now Fulham pushing forward with some confidence. Tavernier pushing forward. Good cross inside. De Ligt is there. That's what we brought him in for. He is a very good defender. Sancho now with it. See Marcus Rashford on the other side of the field. I don't know if we can really get it to him. And we can't, but he ends up with it. Bruno stopped making his run. I thought I was going to be able to find him. Rashford continues his run. And we'll go for the shot and send it very far wide to the end of the first half. Best opinion to Rashford. Rashford with a good ball to Højlund. Defender had to step up. Højlund's shot is right at the keeper. Palhinha swinging this one out to Dallo. Back post. We've got a... Oh, yes, sir. We've got a player back there. I thought Højlund was going to be the one back there, but it was Jadon Sancho, who I'm sure is not used to heading the ball into the back of the net, but does so well there. Sancho with a beautiful pass out here to Dallo, who was making that overlapping run. Can we get another cross inside, or should we pull it back? I think we should pull it back. Sancho to Palhinha. Palhinha with a shot. Leno with the save. And will be cleared away by Calvin Bassey. Mikel Antonio down this right wing again, looking for a cross inside. It is going to be found by Iwobi. Onana saves it with his feet. 69 minutes gone. Let's go ahead and make some subs real quick. Fulham are going to be bringing off Iwobi here, and we are going to be bringing on 3 players. Brian Brobby up top, who we brought in, not in the last episode or the one before, I think. We're also going to be bringing in Garnacho and Wan-Bissaka. And Fulham are going to take this corner short. Robert Tone does make one move, gets around the defender momentarily, finds a pass back to Tavernier. Cross inside, De Ligt is always going to be there. Garnacho, though, didn't really do much. Wan-Bissaka has to clear it away. Antonio inside to Robert Tone, another cross. Oh, Ederson just clearing it away. Did not like the bouncing that was happening there. Sancho somehow going to end up with this ball. Reed down this left wing. Are they going to look for another cross? They do. Antonio is found this time. De Ligt is able to get a tackle in, I guess, essentially is what it was. Didn't really look like an interception necessarily. Sancho with a ball down here to Brobby. We'll look back inside, and that's another turnover. We need to hold our lead for just a few more minutes, boys. What is that ball? Tim Ream looking for a pass to no one, essentially, right there. Wan-Bissaka will just pass it back inside. So we do end up maintaining our lead. We do get the 3 points. Massive for us. Because we should now be ahead of Fulham, I believe. Maybe not on goal difference. Don't exactly remember, but we're at least in a better position than we were. And that does see us up into 7th. We are now above Fulham, as well as above Newcastle, who I believe dropped points in their last game as well. Now 1 point behind Manchester, or not behind Manchester United, behind Chelsea, of course. But as you can see, again, that gap between us and the top 5 is crazy. So it's going to be very tough for us to get anything better than Conference League, I believe, this year. We might get Europa League, I guess, depending on what happens with Champions League. But let's go ahead and get into this next game. We have the FA Cup matchup against Aston Villa. And it looks like a lot of their players are tired, which is going to work into our favor very well, as we are getting a mostly rotated side in. We're going to keep Bruno Fernandes in and, of course, De Ligt in, as well as Onana. But everything else changes. Oh, no, we're keeping Dallo and Ederson in as well. Excuse me. We're at least making some changes. So we've got a fully fit team besides Dallo, maybe a little bit tired. So I'm liking our chances in this game, even though Aston Villa obviously are a good side. I think we got this one in the bag. Already starting off our run of play hot. Bruno Fernandes with a beautiful ball to Dallo. Dallo, not exactly back post. Oh, Martinez with an excellent save. Brian Brobby nearly getting a goal here after just 5 minutes. Now Bruno laying it off to Mainu. Mainu with a good ball to Garnacho. Look to cut inside. Oh, yes, sir. Getting it on that right foot and finding a way to score the first goal of the game after only 8 minutes. I did turn player-based difficulty off because you guys left it in the comments at the end of the last episode. The player-based difficulty just isn't working out too well. And if we start winning a lot of games and unnecessarily winning a lot of games and it just seems like the AI aren't playing very good, I'll turn it back on. But I mean, in the last game against Fulham, they played very well, and we nearly gave up that final goal multiple times. So we'll see how it goes. And here come Villa pushing forward now. Jacob Ramsey back to Alex Moreno, who's got the angle on our defenders, but we will have to clear it away with Delit, who will clear it out for a corner, unfortunately. Looks like they're going to take this one short, though. Bailey down here to Golovin. Golovin with the cross inside. It did hit an arm, and Onana does have to make a save, so it'll be another corner. It looks like they will take it short yet again. Golovin this time sends it back to Bailey. Bailey inside to Ramsey. Pau Torres now with it. And scores the first goal of the game for Aston Villa. Leveled at 1 after 15 minutes. And Cal with a good ball inside to Bruno. Bruno's going to have Brobby to get the angle right. We do get the angle right. 23 minutes gone. Already the third goal of the game. This one could be a barn burner. Uh-oh. We went in for the sliding challenge with Brobby. Please just tell me that's a yellow. Don't be a red. Don't be a red. It's a red. Oh, it's a yellow. All right. I'm okay with that. Ooh, and then Kobbie Mainoo gets taken out just moments later. Maybe a little bit of retaliation from the Aston Villa man. I believe it was Golovin. It looks like he is going to get a yellow card as well. It would have been really funny if he would have got a red for that challenge. The lit with a ball through the gaps to Mainoo. Mainoo to Brobby from the edge of the box. Not a bad effort, but it does go wide. Mainoo down to Brobby. Could have had the layoff to Garnacho, but I didn't really process what was going on that quick. Bruno inside to Garnacho, though, now. Trincao across. Dallo wasn't really there. Ederson on the edge of the box. Power shot goes wide. Villa pushing forward. Watkins to McGinn. McGinn just holding up the play on the edge of the box. Not sure what happened there. Todibo couldn't really get the tackle in. Onana makes the save anyways. Dallo into Ederson. Ederson lays it back off to Dallo. We're pushing forward. We don't have a lot of options. Probably should have just gone for a shot, but I didn't really fancy his chances there. Watkins holding up play now and gets it out. Ramsey shrugging off. Dallo now out of position. Delit gets back for him. Another cross. Leon Bailey with it. Off the crossbar. Delit heads it away. We escape danger just for the moment. We look to push forward ourselves. Oh, Malacia. Damn, I was looking for Broadway. We get it to him eventually. That center back just backed off. This is what I don't like about EA, man. Like, I get, I probably should have scored there. Didn't, but I don't really care that I didn't score because, like, what is that defender doing? You know what I mean? Like, there's no urgency in the defense sometimes, and then other times it's, like, insane aggression. So, it's just tough. This game is just infuriating to play sometimes, and it's probably infuriating for you guys to watch sometimes as well. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What is that? Rashford waiting for the run of Estepinian, who we just brought on. Left-footed cross. Garnacho gets that one up to Bruno. He's got to be offsides, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And a little over 80 minutes gone now. We again find ourselves in position to where we need to just hold on to a 2-1 lead, which we're not too comfortable as of right now, but, we can be. If we just maybe find a third, that would be nice. As of right now, they're just passing it around the back and not moving forward. And again, this is, it's hard to harp on EA too much, but like they're just not trying to move forward even when the pass is there sometimes. Watkins to Tielemans. We overreach for just a moment, so now they might try to punish us. Watkins, though, looks back for Marino. Marino is doing nothing, and Rashford in with an easy tackle. So looks like we are going to maintain our lead, and we are going to win this game, which is perfectly fine with me, but also it's just kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Like when they don't play as well as they should. Estepinian back to Højlund. Højlund with the shot. Martinez with the save. Bruno's going to swing this one in. We got Garnacho on the edge of the box. I thought about going for the power shot just for, the memes to see if it would work, but it doesn't. But we get the win anyways. Moving on to the quarterfinals, I believe now, of the FA Cup. And all in all, my goal for this season is honestly just to win the FA Cup like United did in real life this year. And we're putting ourselves in a good position to do so, but we've obviously still got several more games to go in that competition. And, in the Premier League, I'm hoping to finish top 6. That would be nice, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to. 6 should be doable. Anything above 6 is definitely not doable at this point. Like I said, the 12-point gap with 12 games remaining, I mean, we could make it up, but I don't see it happening with 11 losses already this season. But nonetheless, we move on to our final game of the episode of Manchester Derby, Man City against Man United. They, of course, are sitting up in second place right now. I thought they were in first. They might have dropped some points this episode, I'm not sure. But either way, they're fighting for, obviously, a league title, like they always do. So I'm sure they're going to be putting out a very good team, but a team that is also, again, tired, which works into our favor. I'm expecting them to be, insanely good still, no matter what. But might be towards the end of the game, we can try to use that to our advantage. We're going to go with the best team we can put out. Ederson already turning the ball over to Grealish. To be fair, that was just not a great pass by me, not a great decision by me. We get Dalot back in front of Grealish. Now, of course, we've got Haaland, and Ederson makes up for his mistake and then makes another mistake, unfortunately. Rodri now with it. Ederson's trying his best to make up for it. He's at least giving effort, Haaland now forward. Alvarez, Estepinian luckily gets in that interception. Julian Alvarez waiting for that overlap from Bernardo. Hakimi back inside to Alvarez. Alvarez to Rodri. Ederson, again, is doing well to make sure to make up for his mistake earlier, and that did hit a hand. It will be our possession. Ederson with another tackle. He's doing his best. Sancho. We've got Rashford out here on this left side. What a ball. Let's go. Yes, sir, boys. That is a 1-0 lead yet again this episode for the third time in a row. We're probably going to give up a goal in just a few minutes. But Højlund with another Topo goal. I think he had one last episode too. Hakimi inside to Silva. Good move to get around one defender. Good shot. Onana with the save. He's going to swing this corner in as well. Akanji nearly got up for it. Wait, can we get it away? Not yet. Grealish back to Bernardo. I mean, City are just so good at keeping possession of the ball. It's so difficult to get a tackle in with them. And Onana has to make another save and does so well. Corner swung in. Rashford up for it. And, of course, they're still going to maintain possession. I mean, it's just insane. They're everywhere. But, I thought that was going to be a foul. Bruno gets that out to Højlund. Højlund gets it to Sancho. I don't really know who to go for. I'm going for Rashford. Hakimi does well to get that away. We're going to still have possession, though, with Sancho. We'll look inside for Højlund. Højlund to Bruno, or to Rashford. And now we are dispossessed. Martinez is going to fire this ball out to Estepinian. We find Rashford. We've got Bruno on the end of it, and Ederson will make the save. Pretty much just shot it right at him, unfortunately, but it gives us a corner at least, and we're going to swing it in with Bruno. Akanji heads it away. Silva in the box yet again. Gets past, I believe, Estepinian over there on that right side. Onana has to make yet another save. You can see what it means to the players, though. They appreciate their keeper. City going to take this corner short. Silva, again, just so good at getting past everyone. Ruben Diaz, though, not exactly the player they want on the ball. On the edge of the box, Grealish finds Haaland. And Onana with another save. Alvarez with an interesting ball up to Højlund, or not Højlund, Haaland. And 73 minutes gone, we get scored on by a bicycle kick from one of the best kicks you'll ever... I mean, that cross was terrible, to be fair. I mean, there's no reason for him to want to do that right there. Unfortunately, De Ligt is not paying attention, and Haaland goes for, the worldie and is able to score. Onana's not going to be able to do anything about that, so... yeah, can't be too mad at that one. It is what it is, I guess. Wan-Bissaka cutting across the field, looking for a pass to Palhinha, going in for the sliding challenge. We just need to maintain our lead. Or not our lead. We need to maintain the draw right now, if anything. We just cannot drop points yet again. Okay, well, they're going backwards, which is okay. Højlund gets in a tackle and cannot get it away fast enough. These boys, just get in front of them. Alvarez out here to Bernardo Silva, who tries to get around Martinez, cleared upfield. Ref, just blow the whistle. All right. Not the greatest, effort and not the greatest result. It was a pretty good effort, though. I take that back. 1-1 against City at the Etihad is never a result that we should be mad about. It's just, with that 1-0 lead and, of course, giving up the bicycle kick, we felt like we should deserve the win, but City played better than us, really, so I'll take a draw. And that will be the last game for the episode, but we'll go over next episode real quick. We're going to play that Real Madrid game. We're going to play Everton. We're going to play Spurs in the FA Cup. I probably won't show the international friendlies. I took over the France job if you guys didn't see in the last episode. That's more for me. I mean, if you guys want to see some of it, you can let me know. And then we'll get through the Brentford game as well in the next episode, as long as there's no like change. I guess the FA Cup there we could get, into the next fixture in that if we get past Spurs, but we'll see how that episode goes. We'll at least get through the month of February, or the month of, was it February? Month of March in the next episode. And while we're here, we're going to go over and look at the player stats for all competitions. So it looks like in the Champions League, the top scorer is Galeno from Sevilla. We have Fernandez up there with 5, and then I believe that's probably it for us in the Champions League. As far as assists goes, Fernandez has 4, so he's been probably one of the best players in the Champions League this season. And we had Højlund up there as well, but yeah, clean sheets not the greatest necessarily. In the Premier League, it's Haaland up top as the top scorer. No surprise there. We've got Fernandez, we've got Rashford, and I believe we've got Højlund up there as well, but that definitely should be it. And then assists, it should be the same 3 probably. They've been really carrying us, like I said. As far as clean sheets goes, Onana actually has 6 clean sheets in 27 games, which is 5th best or tied for 4th best, I guess technically. But we give up so many goals when we do give up goals that it really has made a difference for us. And then I guess we can also check out the FA Cup real quick. And if you guys haven't already, please be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Most of the people that watch these videos actually end up not being subscribed. So if you could, just hit that subscribe button for me. Hit the like button while you're at it. We do not have any top scorers for the FA Cup, surprisingly. As far as assists goes, Bruno is up there again, and then Garnacho's up there as well. And then clean sheets, nobody. So yeah, please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes in this Manchester United career mode, go take a look at those. But for now, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.